Good morning. Today we are going to be taking a look at how I use my Schuyler ESV Quentel in the Dark Green Goatskin. So today I really want to show you what it's like to use this Bible day in, day out, and then also kind of give you a review of it, and then just some of my personal thoughts from there of how this thing is held up. You know, I've had this Bible for 2.5 years. I really didn't start using it until about halfway through the first year I got, so really I've only used it for 2 years. But hands down, I can say that this is the best quality Bible that I've ever owned. This Bible is fantastic in so many ways. Let's start off with how I use this Bible, and then we'll get into the review, and then we'll talk about what I really use it for. And so, how I use this Bible. The first thing I do is I come out to this back porch back here, and I read my Bible. This is where I'm at most mornings. If it's too hot, I'll be inside. If it's too cold, I'll be inside. But for most of the year, I can be out here. I like to hang out here with my puppy dog. There he is. His name's Shep. He's hanging out with me, and so we come out here and we hang out. We just enjoy beautiful mornings together, reading God's Word. So let me show you how I use this real quick. Oh, hi, buddy. Hi, how are you? So here's kind of what I do. I like to sit down in the morning, and I like to pull this chair in front of me just because it makes it easier to read, and I open up my Bible and I read it. I actually have in another Bible, I keep all my readings tracked, and so that way I know what I've read and what I've not. And so like I know today, or yesterday rather, I read 2 Kings. I read up through chapter 8, so I know that today I start in chapter 9. So here's 2 Kings chapter 9, and I just sit down and I start reading. Sure, you watch all these different review videos and you're trying to figure out what you like about a Bible, what you don't like about a Bible, and the different aspects and whatnot of things that you like. And I think it all, you know, the stats are the stats and all that, but it's really what you like in a Bible. It's really what you enjoy in a Bible. It's not in kind of finding that Bible. It's not about just, all right, this one has the absolute best stats, it's got the widest margin and the thickest paper and yada yada yada, because I bought a Bible like that thinking this is the Bible that I want, and then I ended up not really liking it because it was just so big. And so, you know, there's all these different factors to consider, and then you get into using it, and sometimes using it, people use them similarly, some people don't use them at all. I like to use all my Bibles that I have, just because otherwise why do I have them if they sit on the shelf all the time? Then I probably need to get rid of them. It's let someone else use it. And so anyways, this is the Schuyler ESV Quentel. It's a great Bible. It has this beautiful green goat skin. It's nice, and got these super tight grainy kind of pebbly look, which is really nice. It's really pretty. It carries all the way around. I mean, you can really see the detail in there. It's a beautiful Bible. It's got the embossed Schuyler logo. It's got the gold foil printed Holy Bible ESV Schuyler logo. It's got the gold tail bands. It's got the gold gilting with the red underneath. Or I said gold tail bands, not gold tail bands, gold ribbons. It has white tail bands, as you can see there and there. My art gilting is pretty beat up just from using this Bible a lot, so that's definitely part of this today. Mainly when I'm using it out here, I am just opening it, laying it flat, and reading it. And so there's the inside of the Quentel. That's in a poetry section, and a more narrative section. It looks more like this. Beautiful. All the references are at the bottom, so they are not in the text, so the double column format. It has a nice liner. I believe it's a calfskin liner. It's got this gold line that goes all the way around. It's very pretty. There's the goatskin leather cover, and then it's perimeter stitched. The corners are very nice. There you go. Good corner work on all of them. It's got a brown end sheet here, and it's got a blank sheet. I keep a little travel log in this Bible, just everywhere I take it. And then it's got a few presentation pages. This is the page with all the info on it. It's the 2016 text, and so it's supposedly the permanent text. Shep wanted to join the review there for a second. And then you got, books of the Bible, and then you got, in the order they come in the Bible, then you got an alphabetical one over here. And then you got your preface and everything, and then it gets right into Genesis. So, it's honestly probably one of the best Bibles that I've ever owned. I love the red chapter numbers, and I love all the red cross-reference numbers at the bottom. They're not red in the text, they're black in the text, but they are red in the cross-reference section. And then all the scripture on the top is red as well. So there you go, 1 Samuel 18 and 19. Those are all red all the way through. Let's flip over to the New Testament. Almost there. There you go. There's the start of Romans. It's a really pretty Bible. It's really gorgeous. I wanted to show some underlining. So this is kind of what underlining of this Bible looks like. It underlines really well. It doesn't bleed through to the other page very much. I mean, that's where the underline is on the other side. I don't even know if you can see that on the camera. Usually you can see it on the camera better. But it's literally right there. So it does a really good job of not ghosting or anything. It's all line matched as far as I can tell. It really is a pretty Bible. Then as you get to the back of the Bible, you got your concordance, and then you got maps back here too. If you use maps, might matter to you. They're on like slightly thicker than regular paper, but not cardstock. Then you have another brown end sheet, tab to the block, and then you got the back cover, and there's the back of the Bible. So the Bible all in all is a great Bible. I think the things that I run into with this Bible most of all is, one, it doesn't have any room for taking notes. It got any margin. The margin is super small, as you saw in there, which is not a great, quality for someone like me who wants to write in their Bible a lot. This is a double column, and just doesn't have any place in the margin. So if you could maybe write sideways in the margin, barely, but I mean just barely, you could do that. You'd have to have a single column with margin on something like this in order to make that work for the size it is, and that's not what this Bible is, and that's okay. It works really well for what it does. I'd say this is a great reading Bible, great preaching Bible, great Bible to hang out and take around. I've preached out of this Bible. It's been great. I have read through this Bible. It's very easy to read. The font's great. It's nice and big. You can read it from far away. You can hold it in one hand, which is key, because you can't hold every Bible in one hand. It can get a little bit annoying sometimes to always have to use two hands, or like shuffle your hand underneath to hold up one end. If you're holding this Bible open and you have it in your hand, you can hold the whole thing pretty well. Some Bibles, do, say I shrunk my hand in, it'll do more like that, and then you're either reading on the side of it or kind of like, trying to cock your head around to see it, and that just doesn't work well for a guy like me. So those are all big pros of this Bible. The ribbons are amazing on this Bible. They're probably the best ribbons I've seen on any Bible, especially because they're so long. So when you get to the corner of the Bible, you have plenty of ribbon left in order to, so when you pull here, see how much room you have left right there to pull up? It's fantastic. It's like a little thing, but it makes a big difference, especially if you're preaching or teaching. It makes it really easy to find your spot quickly, and to and to pull it in. Now, I've had this Bible for going on, it'll be 3 years in December, and I've used this Bible a lot during that time, almost every day during that time. And so this Bible has taken a beating, and it has held up so well. I think that is probably the best part about this Bible, is it is durable. It is really, really durable. It holds up. It hasn't even given a sign that it's giving out yet, which I think is the sign of the really good work that Schuyler put into this Bible, because I can't say that for all Bibles. I have Holman Bibles that I've not even read all the way through, and they are disintegrated. I've had Crossway Bibles where I've had the same thing. I don't even have them a full year, and they're just completely, the cover is almost fallen off, and it gets a little bit annoying. And so this is not going to be a problem with this Bible unless you just majorly abuse it, I think. And so I don't baby this thing. I take it around with me. It's out of the box. It is in my hand. It's not in a it might go in a briefcase or something on the way to work, but other than that, it's out. It's not getting babied, not getting left in a box. So I think that's a big part of it too. You could really take really, really, really good care of this, and you keep it in the box, carry it around in the box, get out and only use it in the box, which you could do. I did it for my first little bit because I was scared about messing it up. And then eventually I decided, I was like, I got this thing. I just need to use it. I don't need to be, lights went off. I don't need to be trying to hold this thing like a baby. So anyways, okay, so real simply, that was reading my Bible time. Got to get ready. You got to get to work. All right, all changed. Off to work we go. Well, here we are at work. So the first thing to know about this Bible is it is quite portable, I think. They make a smaller version, obviously, which is even more portable. But I think this is perfectly portable for anyone who's not needing to carry it like across the country or on big trips or anything. It's great for going around town, going to meetings, going to different things like that. Not, basically it's totally fun for me to take anywhere. I really enjoy it. I think some people would find it maybe a little big. It's a little thick. I kind of have a bigger hand. I can palm a basketball, so I do have a pretty big hand, and so it fits really well in my hand. And that's one of the things I really like about it, is it fits so well, kind of right just in the crevice of my hand here. So I can kind of just, it fits perfectly down in there. It makes it really easy to use and really easy to. Yeah, it fits perfectly just right in kind of the crevice of my hand. See, it fits really nice there. And so I like to carry it around that way, carry it around all the time. Love to carry it to meetings, to whether it's in the church, out of the church. It's just a great Bible to carry around all the time. I know they make a smaller version, which I'm sure is much more portable even than this. But the thing that I can't give up in this compared to the portable is the font size. The font size in this is just so good. I mean, it's fantastic. So day to day, what do I do with this Bible? Obviously, I read it first and foremost. I read it a lot and I carry it around a lot. I don't mark in it much. I don't like to try to take notes in it. I love to read this Bible. It is probably the most readable Bible that I have. Not the most portable, but definitely the most readable. And so I love to read this thing. It is the number one thing I do with this Bible at all times, because
It's hard to find a Bible that really has this great of a layout. No center column reference, just on the side or just at the bottom they have the references. You can see up close here the font. There it is. I mean, it's just a beautiful font. It's got a great cover. It's great to hold. It's just floppy enough, but also just firm enough. And I really like that about it, because not all Bibles are that way. A lot of Bibles are too stiff, too floppy. This one is a good in-between. I love the ribbons on this Bible. They're great. I mean, look at these things. They're super long. They're beautiful. They feel fantastic. I love that you can pull them out and you can open your Bible really with this much extra ribbon left. Look at that. That's in the very corner of the Bible. And you can open up your page from there. Much easier than trying to open it from down here. You ever try to open your Bible page from down there? See, it doesn't work. It's durable. It lasts. This thing has taken a beating over the last 2 years. And it's still working really well. I would recommend this Bible 10 out of 10. I kind of rank Bibles though in a few different categories. The first category would most definitely be the durability category. Is this Bible going to last? Yes or no? Why or why not? The second category I always put in there is this. It's just kind of one of, I guess, three things. Is this a travel Bible? Going to have small font? Going to have a compact size? Might be more like a Pit Minion type size. Then you have more of reading Bibles that are really good to read, but maybe not as great to travel. This would be that. This would be more of a reading Bible, not as much of a travel Bible. And then the last kind of Bible I always kind of rank in there is a note-taking Bible, something that has a wide margin. This Bible, as you can see, it doesn't have a wide margin. It's not even the width of my finger. And so those are the things that I look for. Is it durable? And then the second thing is, what kind of category does it fit in? And then the third category is do I like kind of the, I don't know what the right word is, the extras or the aesthetics of the Bible? Do I like the color? Do I like the way it feels? Do I like the way that it looks? Do I like the font? Do I like the layout? I've learned that I prefer a double column layout when I'm reading and studying, but I really like a single column when I'm taking notes. And so that's something that using a few Bibles I found out quickly and kind of altered what I did. So now my note-taking Bible is a single column Bible, but my reading Bible is a double column Bible. And then my travel Bible, I don't really have one. I just use a big Bible and carry it around. But I do have some smaller Bibles that I used to carry around a lot, and they were great because they were portable and they were easy to stick in a book bag. They were easy to stick in a briefcase or a suitcase wherever I was going. And so there's a lot of different factors, and there's those kind of three categories though. Is it durable? Is it going to last? And the answer for most Bibles, are they going to last? The answer is no. Really, until you get into the premium Bible market is really when they're going to start to last. Two, what type of Bible is it? Is it going to be a reader? Is it something that's going to be a portable, or is it going to be a note-taking? And then third, do you like the aesthetics? Do you like the design of it? Do you like the way that it's laid out? Do you like the font size? Do you like the colors and all those little extras? So that's kind of how I measure it. I think this Bible's fantastic though in that middle category. Very readable, very easy to pick up, hold, and read. Not too big. It's not a note-taking Bible. Can't take notes in it. See, one thing I wish more people would do is they would actually show you what a Bible is going to look like day in, day out. Not just sit down, kind of this look right here of, okay, here is the Bible. It is green and it has paper and that kind of, which some of that is helpful. But at the end of the day, it's really how it feels in your hand. It's how it reacts. 28 GSM paper doesn't mean anything if it's super low quality GSM paper. But same way could be said for a 36 GSM paper. I have plenty of Bibles that say they have the same thickness of paper, but they are nothing alike. Like this Schuyler compared to even my 36 GSM. I have a CSB version. Single column wide margin is 36 GSM, and it's just not even as good as this paper. and this is 28 GSM. So right, not all things are equal. So sometimes the numbers can be deceiving. It's not always exactly what the manufacturer lists. It's not always about the specs. Oftentimes it's more about how it actually feels in your hand, how it actually works on a day-to-day basis, and what you're going to be using it for.